Camera right there. Camera right there. We go. No problem, brother. What's up? What's up with you? How's your trading coming along? It's just you and I at the moment because nobody else is here yet because I haven't turned on the other cameras. So while it's just you and I, what's going on with you? All right. I gotta get my Facebook up and running. Gotta get on your Patreon. Well, just make sure you're ready for it. You know, don't jump the gun. Or however you spell it. Yeah, that's about right. No. It's Patreon. Patreon. Other than that, have you been practicing at least? Three. Good evening. Hey, Lucky Larry's here. Get where you're ready. Right here with this TikTok. Uh-oh. That right? Good. Cool beans. Cool beans. JC. I heard you.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm about to feed the dogs.
Are you?
Yeah.
Say hi.
Howdy.
Not many people on yet. Just getting started. Haven't got my TikTok up already. Ain't go yet. But it's always nice for you to stop by and say hi to people.
Howdy.
Doc is one of your fans.
I'm a fan of me too. I'm gonna go feed the dogs. They're waiting patiently.
All right. Well, you go do that. If you'd like to stop by and say hi later, I'm sure they would appreciate it.
I may have.
All righty. Video capture. We're going to delete that. And let's try it again. Video capture. Here we go. Video. Interactive camera. We're going to say no to that. Okay, we like this camera better. This camera is better. And I got to tilt it up just a smidge. Whoop, that's too high. Right there. That's good. Walk backwards, go forward. Okay, that all works. Hey, how are you guys doing? I'm just getting started, just getting this thing set up. So give me a few more minutes and we'll get started very shortly, very shortly. Yes, I've been a long-term holder for 7 years looking to do something different. Hey, Brandon, you got to send me a phone number. You and I got to chat. I kind of want to see what's the difference between what you were doing for 7 years and what you're seeing now. Does it make sense? That's number one. Number two, is it something you can see yourself doing? That's number three. And number four, I just like talking to people and seeing what they're looking for. Because what we got here? Nate states, I like your strategy and taking some aspects of it for my own trading. Well, Nate, that's what we're here for. We're here for sharing, learning new stuff. And hey, if I can help you out, more power to you. All right. Man, these cough drops just aren't helping worth a crap. All right. So let's try it again. Another cough drop. I gotta get my fan turned on. Keep these cameras cool. Right. There we go. That works. All right. Let's start up the streaming for the YouTube people. It's not made for children. It's for entertainment purposes only, and we should be live in 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. Yay! Whoopee, yippee, skippy. All right, so I need someone. Okay. Nate, hold on a second. Let me go back and see some of these questions I missed. All right, Nate, you using it some. Okay. I'm okay with some risk. Ooh, check that out. Join my team. I didn't know what that was, but that was cool. I'm okay with some risk, so I like to look for high premiums before the dividend. That makes sense. Hold on. High premium for the dividend. Dividends are nice too. Yep, I'm going to agree with you 100%. Hey, cardiology guy. Walgreens looks to be getting 2.6% tomorrow. Bought Monday. Thank you. I love Walgreens. I do. I'm so glad they finally found that bottom. Now they turned around going to the upside. I had a bunch of Walgreens and a bunch of different accounts. GD, good evening. Yeeship, I want to thank you for that. That was very nice of you. Yeeship. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sheila, good evening. Uh-oh. Yeeship sent me a rose. Thank you, Yeeship. Cardiology guy. But it lost 4% today. Ooh, we're going to take a look at Walgreens just to see what's happening. I did. All right. Thank you. I did pronounce it right. Is that correct? Walgreens pulled back again? Well, let's take a look. I have no problem whatsoever using Walgreens as the first one we jump in and take a look at. But before we do, double tap that like. Woohoo! Okay. So, before we get started, I got to go over the disclaimers just to keep everybody know that I'm basically a nobody. I'm not a tax professional. I'm not a professional trader. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay? I'm just a regular guy who's worked since I was 13 years old. Okay? That was in 1974, 75, somewhere in that area. I've been working ever since then. Got a certain amount of money, and they told me to give it to a money manager. A money manager's going to give me 4% for the year. I said, you've got to be kidding me. Everything pulled back today. All right, wise guys, we're going to take a look at that. But thank you. I will take a look at all that stuff. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, I'm not a professional anything. The only license I have is a driver's license. Okay? I can drive a car, I can drive a motorcycle, I can drive a truck. That's it. Nate, you bought some SMCI today. SMCI. Nate, I'm going to pick on you for that one because I have no idea why you would buy something like that. Don't need a license to drive a sandwich. That's true. Okay, so some comments are going to be filtered to protect the innocent, blah, 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 all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. So, if you think anything I say sounds interesting, you should really take it to a trained professional, one who actually paid those fees to get that stupid little acronym after their names. That's not me, okay? I'm just a random guy on YouTube who got fed up with what the crap they were feeding us, and I came up with something that was interesting, and it seems to work out lovely. Should I sell my Microsoft? We'll take a look at Microsoft, and you can make up your own mind. MSFT. I don't tell anybody what to do, but I'll take a look at it, give you my opinion. Tell us about Sound AI. Sound AI is a big fat no. Thoughts on Pfizer? I love Pfizer. Now, the reason why Sound AI is a no for me, it has no historical performance whatsoever. I'm 60 years old. I don't have the time, patience, or the desire to put some of my money aside waiting for this company to figure out what they're going to do. If you're looking for capital appreciation, I mean a stock that you can buy and have it go up higher and higher, this is the wrong place for you. Okay? I am not looking for capital appreciation at all. I am looking for cash flow. Safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for stocks to go up. I really honestly could care less if they go up or not. I want safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. We're going to show you how I do that a little bit later on. Colin, I do like Pfizer. Pfizer is on my list. We will take a look at it, check out the numbers. It's a swing. I expect it to go back up in the next week. Well, of course they always do. TKS. TKS. I have no idea what TKS means. TKS. La, 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 la. Should I buy Dogecoin? All right, Smith Jan 04. I have nothing whatsoever to do with any cryptocurrency at all. Okay, so I really can't tell you anything about Dogecoin. Syed, thanks. Hey, Reggie Bo Jackson. I've got 3 degrees, including law, MBA, and I'm following you. School of Hard Knocks is best. Yeah, right, Reg. Thoughts on REITs? Ooh, depends on which REIT it is. Most of them I don't like. With probable interest rate cuts coming in the coming months. All right. I have no idea who that is. Okay, but whoever that is, all right, who's asking about the REITs, yeah. I only like doing dividend stocks specifically. Oh, before I go any further, can somebody please check and see if the YouTube channel is working properly? This big screen here behind me should be live on YouTube. Can someone check that? Oh, TKS means thanks. Well, okay. So I don't know. Did I answer the REIT question? I don't do a lot of REITs. I mean, there's a couple of them that I do because the numbers just look good, and it's so the pricing is good. But for the most part, if they don't have consistent dividend increase, it's going to be a no. And most of them don't. Life savings in Dogecoin. Ooh, that hurts. Schwab tried explaining wash sales to me, and it still doesn't make sense. All right, a wash sale. Let's say hypothetically you sell something for $100, and then you buy it for $100. Well, it's a wash. You don't lose any money on this side. You don't make any money on this side. That makes sense. A wash means basically you don't win, you don't lose. All right. How about Lululemon? Basu? Sorry, Lululemon doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends. Our stock's better than real estate. Now, Batman, Batman, New York City. My personal opinion, now I've done real estate in the past. You can make a lot of big money with real estate. However, it's not liquid at all. Okay, I could sell a stock within a couple of minutes. You can't do that with real estate. It all depends on what it is you're looking for. Found endorsed. Yes, it is. I have no idea what yes it means. Altria for dividends. Okay, Altria is already on the list. We're going to take a look at that. YouTube is working. Thank you. Oops. Take a look at Aero. A-E-R-O. A-E-R-O. All right, I wrote it down. We'll take a look at it a little bit later. Since we did Tony Hawk starting trading, okay. I'm kidding. I like risk, but not that much. Okay. No. Wash sale is when you sell a stock that you might lost money on, and you buy it back for in less than a month. Yeah, well, basically, you don't win, you don't lose. You can't convince me this isn't Tony Hawk. Well, okay. Okay, Bitcoin hit an all-time low, 39. That's not an all-time low, brother. I remember when Bitcoin was under 20 bucks. It's when you start losing and buying the same stock. Okay. That is probably flagged as a wash sale, meaning you won't get the tax loss. Hey, long time, haven't been watching. Okay. Yes, sir. How's your night going? My night's just starting. What's the deal with tomorrow on TSM stock options? What the heck is TSM? TSM. We'll take a look at TSM. Favorite REIT? MPW. Usually got to wait over a month for it not to be a wash sale and collect a tax loss. Verizon is on the list. Amazon is not on the list at all. Is Amazon gonna have dividends? I honestly couldn't tell you. One YouTube broadcasting his work. The monitor is not. Huh. It says it's waiting. YouTube. Yeah, what the hell happened? Okay, YouTube TOS close up screen not available in live only. Only showing your direct face. Okay, wait a second. Let's go check out YouTube, see what's going on. YouTube. Okay. Huh, that one's not working. Okay. That one is working. The big one is not working. Okay. So let's get out of here. Let's go to here. Display capture. Let's get rid of that. And let's do another display capture. Okay. Okay. Okay, so hypothetically that should be working now. Let's find out. Takes a little bit. Upcoming. What the heck does upcoming mean? I have no idea what upcoming means. Stop streaming. All right, we're gonna stop streaming. Let's start it up again. All right, I'm gonna start it up again in a couple of seconds. All right, we'll just let that sit for a while. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a while and go from there. Let it reset. Holy shit, I thought it was Tony Hawk. Yep, looking good, Tony. YouTube only face showing. Okay, got it. Freaking Tony Hawk jokes every single night. Why Amazon tank? Jesse B's, is that right? Jesse BZ. I honestly don't know about Amazon, and frankly, it's not on my list, so I don't even take a look at it. Chad, how's it going? J.G. What's happening with Carvana? Don't know. It's not on my list. Okay, I only look at companies that have consistently increased their dividends. Okay? So Carvana is not on the list. Amazon is not on the list. Tesla's not on the list. NASDAQ's not on my list. Right now I have 10K bit in realty. My account only risen 4,500. I'm not quite sure, Flipper, if that's good or bad. Okay? CP. Look, 45% increase, and you think that's bad. My Coney, okay. Alrighty. Can I please check JBLU? Oh, I hate when that happens. I really honestly do. JBLU. That was my freaking drink. Give me a second, everyone. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I need that to drink. All right, JBLU. JBL, isn't that JetBlue? Okay. JBLU into the trade grid, not in the trade grid, sorry about it, into Yahoo Finance to find out exactly what the numbers look like for JBLU. Okay, historical performance, dividends only, no dividends. So JetBlue is going to be a no. Sorry about that, Ehab. Hey James, can you try using dark mode on your screens to get whitewashed every night? I have no idea how to do that. Okay, you guys make it sound like I'm technologically proficient with this stuff. I'd have no clue. It'd probably be easy if I get someone, hey, Party Springs is over here. How's it going? It would probably be a good idea to get a cameraman in here, you know, to help me with the questions and hey, look at that. Calvin Hill's here. Let's invite Calvin Hill for a chat, see if he wants to say something. Rafa. Uh-oh. All right, Rafa, how do you feel about SPY? Ah, sorry, dude. SPY's a no for me. That's a no. YouTube is not working. Yeah, I got that one. What is on your list? Eddie, we're going to get there second. JetBlue's a no. JetBlue, no dividends. Nope. Thanks for liquidity, everyone. Okay. Say I owe short-term capital gains on 10 grand when I only made 4,500. Well, Flipper, depends on how you have your account set up. If you have your account set up properly, you shouldn't have to pay any taxes whatsoever. That's why you need a tax professional, a tax strategist, or a tax planner. I really appreciate your help on JetBlue. Ehab, I'm terribly sorry about JetBlue. It has no dividends. So when the stocks go down and you can't do anything with them, what are you getting? Nothing. So why would you put your money into a company that doesn't have consistent dividends? Which means they're consistently profitable and they share their profits with the buyers and sellers. That's us. We're the buyers and sellers. We're the investors. When you become an investor, you buy a stock, you're entitled to a portion of the profits. Now, half the companies will put the profits back into the company for capital growth. Great. If that's what you're looking for, this is not the place for you. Because that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what this trading platform is designed to do. It's designed for safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. And we use dividend paying stocks. Those are companies that consistently increase their dividends to their shareholders. And when we buy the stocks, we become shareholders. We own a part of the company. So when the company's profitable, we get our share of the profits. That's what I'm looking for. And then I want the profits to be consistently increasing. Now, we checked yesterday, that's 9,544, I think it was, or was it 88? I don't know. But anyway, it was quite a bit of stocks that are available to trade at any time. Any day, 9,544, something like that. But only 300 of them have increased their dividends consecutively for 20 continuous years. That means they are profitable year after year after year. Not just profitable, but consistently higher and higher and higher. Okay? Liz loves roses. Liz, that's lovely. Learn to trade charts. Okay. Yes. Most viewers share. Okay. Thanks a lot. How do you feel about spider? I don't do spiders at all. All right. Oh, come on. What about Bitcoin? BMY. Oh, Bristol Myers Squibb is good. Yes, it is. Teddy. Teddy, over here on Instagram. How you doing, Teddy? What indicators do I use? All right, user 928895765. Why couldn't your parents just give you a normal name like Ted or Bill or Tom, or you could even be Jane or Sue? I don't know. But anyway, what indicators do I use? Here you go. You ready? Here's the indicators. 20 years of increased dividends, weekly options. That's it. Just those two. Just those two indicators are going to tell you how consistently the company has increased their dividends and for how many years. What about Bitcoin? Bitcoin's a big fat no. Stabby, all right. Yes, you are right. Thank you. I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time too. Yesterday I invested in WST for 1%. WST, why does that sound familiar? WST. I wrote it down. We'll take a gander at it. Illuminate LA. Okay, I invest 40,000. How long to 80,000? Well, that's gonna be up to you, Carlos. Okay. Now, the strategy that I am teaching here was originally created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008, when she wanted to learn to do exactly what Daddy was doing. Daddy was trading. I was trading options. I was trading stocks, preferably dividend stocks. But here's the thing. At 9 years old, I had to make a trading strategy that was simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. Okay, so that's a big wish list. Okay, so I came up with 5 simple rules. Very simple. Rule number 1. Always, always, always come back to rule number 1. Never buy something you do not want to hold long term. Rule number 2. Never sell at a loss. It kind of defeats the purpose of what we're doing. Rule number 3, make sure the company has consistent increased dividend. That means they're consistently profitable. Okay, consistently going up year after year after year. I personally like 20 years of increased dividends. 4, make sure it has weekly options. I want a weekly cash flow. The only way I'm going to get weekly cash flow is with something that trades on a weekly basis, and that is weekly optionable stocks. Now, you can go to the CBOE, which is the Chicago Board of Options Exchange. Okay, they will tell you every single company that has weekly options, every company that has monthly options, every company that has whatever options, special options, whatever. That's who it is. But that's it. That's the 5 criteria. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. 5 rules: never buy something you don't want to hold long term, never sell at a loss, 20 years or more increased dividends, weekly options, and make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by make sure the numbers work? Well, let's look at one that actually the numbers work. Macy's. I love Macy's. It's been very nice to me. Here's the numbers. When I say make sure the numbers work, what can I buy it for tomorrow? Okay? What can I sell it for tomorrow? How much is that giving me? Okay, what am I buying it for? What am I selling it for? How much am I making? What's my profit? I know my profit ahead of time. This is why I like this strategy so much. I know what I'm paying for it. I know what I'm selling it for. And I know what kind of profit I'm going to make. So if I buy it at $16.59, the $16.50 is going for 36 cents. You take 9 cents off there, and you're up to 27 cents. 27 cents is well over 1% of $16.50. That's what I'm looking for. Safe, predictable, consistent 1%. I like Macy's. But that's only part of the numbers. The other part of the numbers is, what is the chart telling me? The high, the low, where was it, where is it, what direction is it going? Okay, that's very important. Because just because the numbers work and I'm making over 1%, well, great. But is it the right time to buy? Now, what we're looking at now is the 1-year chart. That just gives me an idea. Here's the high up here, here's the low down here, and here's where we are currently, somewhere in the middle, somewhere between the high and the low. Great, I love it there. So now I want to take a look at the last 90 days. What has it done for the last 3 months? High, low, where was it, where is it, what direction is it going? Great. Are there any patterns there? Well, yeah, she goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, so on and so forth. It looks like, a week at a time. A week, 2 days. A week, 2 days. A week, 2 days. 2 days. All right, 2 days, yeah, okay. It does have a pattern. Okay. Most importantly, I want to take a look at the last 30 days, because the last 30 days is going to give me a good idea of where it's going to be in the next 5 or 10 days. Well, because I want to do weekly options. I want to buy it on a Monday, and I want to be out on a Friday. As a matter of fact, speaking on that, we're actually going to do another test account. So we'll actually pick up another test account that jumps in on Friday and is out of everything on Friday. Buys on a Monday and out of everything on a Friday. Okay, so 100% invested on Monday, 100% cash out on Friday. So we want to see how that works rather than waiting for the next week. We just want to liquidate them. So that ought to be interesting. So that is something new for you guys if you're interested in take a look at it, because we are going to do that, and for those who have the interest to see. Okay. So last 30 days, very important. It gives me an idea where it's going to go next. Okay, what stocks do? They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. That's all they do. Okay, she went up, pulled back, gapped up, came down, back up, gap down again. Okay, this gap is going to fill eventually. That gap will fill eventually also. But here we are. Here's your new 30-day bottom right here on the 15th. Okay, 1, 2, 3 days, not really going up or anything like that. But I like Macy's, so I have no problem buying it here. And as a matter of fact, I did buy some there. All right, so at the moment, 1645, the 1659. Like I said, it's going for over 1%. Do I like it? What does Macy's usually do this time of year? This time of year, we're going to use what's called the seasonality chart. Now, for those who don't know what a seasonality chart is, here we go. Way over here on the left-hand side, that's January 1st. Way over here on the right, that's December 31st. The whole year. The blue line represents what the stock has been doing so far this year. Here we are right here, midway through July. This red line represents 10 years worth of data. Now, I can change it. Okay, open up. Why is it opening? Okay, I can change it to 1 year. All right, where is it? See it? I can change it to 1 year. I can change it to 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. I personally think 20 years is too far in the future, too far in the past. I think 5 years is not far enough. So I like 10 years. Okay, so this here is 10 years worth of data. All right, so I want to see right here the second half of July. So I take it, cursor right there, pull to drag. All right, so here's where we are right here where the crosshair is. It going tiny bit to the upside for the next 2 weeks. Then she's just going to go flat. All right, great. Well, I like Macy's. I get no problem with Macy's whatsoever. Whoops, went a little too far. Did the wrong thing. Back here, this is what I wanted to do. All right, there we go, back to standard. So 1645, I don't mind at all. Okay, Mateo Jose, EQIX. I'm going to say, seriously? EQIX. I've never heard of them. 795. Oh, hell no. 2 reasons. Number one, it's out of my price range. I don't do anything over 250 bucks because it's a long way to fall. Okay, if you're at 250 feet and you fall, yeah, you're going to hurt. You're at 795, yeah, it's a long way to go. And it's a monthly. I don't do monthlies because they just don't pay. Okay, they just don't pay. I don't waste my time with them. Okay, let's take some more of these questions. Uh-oh, I missed all these questions. I really appreciate JetBlue. Okay, hello, learn trade charts. Yep. Okay. How do you feel about SPY? No. BMY is interesting. Yes, it is. What indicators do I use? Yep, I did that. Bitcoin, no. Yep, I'm right. I make mistakes. So do I. Okay, Liz loves WST. Cool. And Carlos. Update software and we talk. Okay, Carlos, this is not software. This is actual trading platform which is available for free from Thinkorswim, which is part of Charles Schwab. Okay, EQIX is a big fat no. Carlos, rule of 72. I think GPS probably looks good for the next week, but 2.6. Sheila, Sheila comes out with the gap. GPS. All right, Sheila, we'll take a gander at it. Now, you can pin them. I'm trying to write them down, please. All right, GD. Example, target down today for you. Friday, Monday, could go up, would do Tuesday if wait another week. Okay. Are you just buying the calls or buying the stock and selling covered calls? PKD Warrior, I am doing the covered calls. I'm buying a decent stock. I am selling the covered call, collecting the premium. That's the 1% that I'm looking for. Artemis, can we look at Lucid? What is the stock symbol for Lucid there, Artemis? What stock is this currently? That was Julie. The stock we were looking at was Macy's. Julie, hi. What is the benefit of liquidating everything on Friday if you're still buying on Monday? Julie, one of the students asked the question, how would it look if we bought on Monday, liquidated everything on Friday? Because every Monday is a new list. So if it hits the list on Monday, and hypothetically we should be out by Friday, well, what if we just did that and see what the return was? Well, just for an example, we'll take a look at it and see what happens. Thanks for that, Wade. So many dividend stocks at 30-day high. It's crazy. Yep, Gallant, it is. Or are you getting one? Oops. Lucid. Oh, B-Rad. Hey, James, Mara was a good call last week. Took advantage, 33% gains. Well, cool beans. It wasn't a suggestion, and it wasn't a recommendation. I don't recommend anything. What I do recommend is you guys doing your own research. If I tell you AT&T, well, I'm expecting you to go out and you look at all the information you need to make an educated decision on whether AT&T is right for you. LCID, Lucid, huh? Interesting. $3.57. Really? Okay, how often has Lucid increased its dividends? LCID. Yeah, no dividends for Lucid. Settings. So I'm going to go to settings and see if I can change the screen to dark mode, which apparently it's not doing squat for me. All right, it's not doing it. So Lucid's a no. Sorry, dude. Clobber 21. How about BRKA? Kenny, what the heck is BRK.A? Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Sorry, dude. Do you think CMG is a nice discount, though? What the heck is CMG? CMG. Chipotle. Mexican Grill. $53. Now, why is it that I'm thinking Chipotle Mexican Grill doesn't have 20 years of increased dividends? Just kind of curious. CMG. No dividends at all. There's your answer. How's M looking? Anthony, we already looked at. Macy's already. SCH. MDLZ is the closest thing I can find that looks decent. MDLZ. All right, I'm going to disagree with you, Gallant, only because take a look at this. 30-day bottom was yesterday. That was Tuesday. Big up day, gaps up again, gap down. Yeah. 2 days to the upside, right there. But third day is a pull back, so that's going to be a no. B-Rad, could you explain dividends and your process of what you're looking for? Hey, B-Rad, how are you today? Give me 1 second. Why would I get 3 separate dividend transactions from the same company today? Paige, that's an interesting question. I have no idea why you got 3 dividend transactions today. Can you provide your opinion on Para, as we haven't talked about it in a while? Secretary, we did Para this morning. XRP. XRP, isn't that one of those coin thingies? All right, I'm going to answer B-Rad. You ready, B-Rad? Whew, I'm going to take a deep breath for this one. Could I explain dividends in your process of what you're looking for? Okay. All right. In the late 1590s, a bunch of businessmen got together and said, we want to create the biggest company the world has ever seen. So they got together, drew up all these charters and all these contracts and whatnot. Then they had to come up with the money. How do you come up with the money? Well, they actually went door to door. Hey, have I got a deal for you? How would you like to invest in a new business opportunity? And we promise to share the profits with you. So they literally went door to door and raising money to create the biggest company the world had ever seen, the Dutch East India Shipping Company. They literally went door to door. So in 1602, they sold the very first dividend stocks. The dividend stock was, you invest this amount here and we promise to share the profits. Now, the VOC, the Dutch East India Company, ran for 198 years, 198 years, and they averaged for 198 years 18% per year. The highest year return was 78%. There was a couple of years they didn't do anything, but they averaged 18% per year. Okay? So, since the inception of dividend stocks in the 1600s, 1602, there has been a whole bunch of other companies saying, hey, this is a great idea. How about we promise to share some of the profits with the investors? So you have two lanes. You have, the right side of the road, the wrong side of the road, whatever, however you look at it. You have half the companies in the stock market sharing their profits through dividends. Okay, so if you buy the stock, you get a portion of the profits. The other half of the companies, they take all the profits and put it back into the company for escalated growth. If that's what you're looking for, you're in the wrong place. We're looking for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. How do we get that? Well, we get that by using dividend stocks, specifically dividend stocks that have consistently increased their payments to their shareholders. When you and I buy the shares of whatever company we're looking at, all right, and they're profitable, they will share the profits, and every 90 days or whenever they pay their dividend, they will give us our share. So the more shares you own, the bigger chunk of the profits you get. It's that simple. Now, I like companies that have consistently increased their dividend payments to their shareholders for 20 consecutive years. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means they're continuously profitable year after year after year after year. For 20 consecutive years, they're increasing their payments to their shareholders. Well, great. There just so happens to be over 300 of these companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 20 years. Well, those are the only ones I want to look at. Now, if you go to the stock market and you walk in the door and say, hey, what can I buy? Well, there's 9,588 different companies you can buy any day. But out of all of them, I only look at 2%, which is less than 300, because those are the only ones I'm interested in. So if the company's consistently profitable, if they're making a profit, good, they're going to give me my share. Now, is that what I'm looking for? No, that's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for, give me 1 second while I pull it up. What I'm looking for is to take all those 300 companies that I like, throw them into a calendar, all right, based on when they pay their dividend. Because I've been trading for over 20 years and I have found that dividend stocks, specifically good dividend stocks, have a tendency to go up before they have their EX date, before they pay their dividend. Now, there's 4 dates to remember when you're investing in dividend stocks. Date number 1 is the announcement date. Well, hey, we made this money. This is what the dividend we're going to pay. The announcement date, kind of self-explanatory. The second date is the most important date for us. That is the EX dividend date, represented by these little green dots here. Each one of these little green dots represents a company. Comcast, Cisco, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, J.P. Morgan, American Express, MasterCard. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, each one has a different dividend date. Okay, date number 3, the date of record. Whoever owns the stock on the date of record is entitled to the dividend. Okay, so if you want to get the dividend, Facebook just took a nosedive. I don't know why I keep using the Facebook one. It keeps jumping off. It keeps jumping off. And the camera is absolutely horrible. But there's not very many people on there. Esteban Catalina's on there. Sorry about that, Esteban. Okay, there we go. As I was saying, the EX date is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid. That's date number 2. That's the most important date for me, for what I'm doing. Because I take a look at, here's Wells Fargo. If I want Wells Fargo, I want to buy it 2 weeks before the dividend, 2 weeks before, on a Monday. I want to buy it at the current stock price, and then I want to sell a covered call at the current stock price. Okay, if I hit my target within the first week, great. Thank you very much. I'll see you again in another 90 days because Wells Fargo pays every 90 days. Okay, so every 90 days, I want to take a look at Wells Fargo. Okay, are the numbers correct? Am I making my 1%? Is the chart telling me this is the right time to buy? It's very simple. I find a good company, I put it into the calendar. When they pay in their dividend, great. That's when I want to buy. Sell a covered call against it, collect the 1% premium, and then move on to the next stock. Okay, hopefully that explains it. Secretariat. Uh-oh. Can you provide opinion on Paramount? So let's go take a look at Paramount. Now, we looked at Paramount this morning. Why weren't you there this morning, Secretariat? You've been here long enough. PARA, and I know you're making money. You should join the morning trading group. You're making money off this, you should know. All right, Paramount, $11.70 is the current price. So the closest strike price is going to be the 12. The 12 is going for 6 cents. Well, that's a 0.5%. Now, if you like 0.5%, that's going to be 26% per year, amortized over the whole year. Me, I'd say no. Now, usually I do buy Paramount, but this week it's not looking good. Now, let's take a look at the chart and see what the numbers look like. First thing I always want to check out when I'm looking at a chart is the high, the low, where was it, where is it, and which direction is it going. That's the 5 things I want to say. Now, everything looked okay, so the last 90 days. Okay, first thing again, high, low, where was it, where is it, is there any type of pattern? What? Slow drop, big jump, slow drop, big jump. Okay, so we're here. All right, so let's look at the last 30 days. The last 30 days. Yeah, Paramount's going to be a big fat no. Can you see it? 30 days ago was the 30-day bottom. She went up, retraced, went up, gapped up, pulled back, went up, went down, went up. Now she's coming down. So Paramount is coming on the downside. So Paramount is going to look good in about 2 weeks. So, Secretariat, and it's on my list for 2 weeks from today. Okay. XRP is going to be a no. That's what do you call that damn thing? MDLZ was on the radar for next week. Is it? Actually, it's not on the list for next week. MDLZ, it's not even, oh, it's on the list for this week. Okay? Gallant, MDLZ was on the list for this week. I'm telling my kids this is Tony Hawk. Well, alrighty then. S6 tall, SCH. What the heck is SCH? SCH. Schwab. No options. No. Sorry. SCH is a big fat lemon. B-Rad, you like that? Okay. Hi. Hey, RJ60. RJ30. EX8. That's a taxable event. It's me again. I'm not interested. Well, then have a nice day if you're not interested. Thanks for stopping by. Clubber, you want to take a look at Kohl's? KSS. I like Kohl's. I actually have a bunch of Kohl's. Alrighty, so Kohl's 22.13. The 22s are going for 65. You take a 13 off of that. That's still going to leave you with 52. That's over 2%. I like 2%. 2% every single week is over 100% a year. All right, fine. Let's take a look at the chart. What's the chart telling us? Well, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is, and this is the direction it's going. Let's look a little closer to see if it is actually a good opportunity. Okay, last 90 days. High, low, where was it, where is it? Look at this gap down. It hasn't filled yet. Hypothetically, it should fill because gaps have a tendency to fill. Last 30 days. Okay, here we go with last 30 days. 30 days ago was a 30-day bottom. She shoots up 3 days later, we're at our 30-day top, pulls back, retraces, pulls back, retraces, and now we're coming down. So Kohl's looks like it's coming on the downside. So that's something I'm just going to sit and wait for it to do whatever it's going to do and pull it into next week. RJ30. How do I get my part of the dividend? Okay, RJ30, if you want your part of the dividend, you have to buy the stock before the EX date, hold it past the date of record. Okay? It's really not that difficult. Let's take a look at Kinder Morgan right here. Kinder Morgan. Wait a minute. Let's go to July. Okay, so here we are, July 2024. Okay, July 2024. Kinder Morgan right there, the 31st. If you want to collect this dividend from Kinder Morgan, it's a grand total of 28 cents. You have to buy it on the 30th, the 29th, the 17th, the 9th, the 12th, the 26th, the 24th, any day you want before the 31st. If you buy it on the 31st or after, you don't get it. It has to be before the EX date. If you own the shares one day before the EX date, you'll receive the dividend. Thanks, 86. How do I get wealthy? Ooh, you have to first define it. You have to come up with the decision to define what it is. All right, so let's say hypothetically speaking, we all know who Tom Brady is, right? Tom Brady makes what? $15, $20 million a year? You think he's rich or do you think he's wealthy? Interesting question. Is he rich or is he wealthy? If you look at it like this, yeah, he's rich. But whoever's writing his check, somebody writing him a check every year, that guy is wealthy. So it all depends on how you categorize that statement. 21 more questions. Oh, Shaq, I missed Shaq's question. How do I get wealthy? Shaq. Do you have to pay for the covered call? Yes, you do. B-Rad, helped a bit. Thank you. I'll continue some research. Well, that's awesome. Because I work. Sorry there, Secretariat dude. Wildcats AM 29. You said you get paid 52 times a year. Macy's. How does that work? All right, you ready? Let's go back to Macy's. All righty, you ready? This is how you get paid 52 times a year. 19 July 2024. That's tomorrow. 26-24. That's next Friday. That's 2 weeks away. That's 2 Fridays. 2 August, 3 Fridays. 9 August, 4 Fridays. 16 August, 5 Fridays. 23 August, 6. Every 7 days, they have what's called a weekly option. So if I'm taking a look at Macy's, if I buy it at $16.59 and I sell it at $16.50 for 36 cents, I'm collecting a premium every single week. That's 52 times a year. Oh, Clorox is very interesting. Gallant, CLX, huh? CLX. So I'm kind of hoping that answered that question. Okay? Weekly options every Friday. They expire every Friday. So every Monday, I'm buying some stocks and I'm selling covered calls every Monday. So every Friday they expire. So I have to jump in and see where they're going to expire at, hypothetically speaking. All right, so Gallant, CLX, Clorox, 136.95. Well, the closest strike price to that is going to be the 197, the 137, right here, 75 cents to 360. Now you could get it because look at the size of the spread between 75 cents and 360. What I'd be looking for is a $1.37. So you'd have to do a limit order at $1.37 in order to get you 1%, but you should be able to because it's going between 75 and 360. Okay, so the number's there. But let's take a look at the chart. First thing I want to see, high, low, where was it, where is it? Should take them 2 or 3 seconds. High, low, was, is, what direction is it going? Okay, great. Look at the last 90 days. There you go, last 90 days. There was a high up here, 149, drops down, shoots back up, drops down, up, down, up, down, up. See, it's going to the upside now. I want to see the last 30 days because Gallant, that don't look that good. Yeah, that's going to be a no, Gallant. Sorry, dude. That's a no. 30 days ago, here we are, close to 139. She drops, retrace, drops, retrace, drops, retrace. Now look, almost at a 30-day high already. Okay, so Clorox is going to look halfway decent in about 2 weeks. So we'll put Clorox down for 2 weeks. CLX. So 2 weeks from now, we're going to take a look at it again. Uh-oh, oh, hit the wrong wire. I'll come back on. Hold on a second. There it is. You said get 52 times a year. Okay. Wildcat, hope that worked out for you. Hope you understood that. Okay, Gallant, CLX, not quite. NFLX. That's Netflix, dude. NFLX. Okay, that's going to be a no for me. It's a yes for someone, but it's a no for me. It's $643. Okay? Why would I do a stock at $6? That's way out of my price range. Yep, I want to know too. How do you join the morning group? Oh, Dr. Auto Repair. The morning group, you can join it a couple of different ways. Number one, if you come up to the top left, where you see my little picture up there, it says Dividend Stock Talk. Yeah, you can click on that. You come to a little envelope. You can send me a direct message. We can chat, see if it's right for you. Or you'll get sent to the 10-Minute Trader, because the link's up there also. So here's the 10-Minute Trader link right here. Okay, the 10-Minute Trader. Very first thing you're going to see, the10minutetrader.com. This big, huge icon right there. Okay, live trading online. That will take you right to the morning trading group, the Patreon. Okay, here it is right there. See? Dividend Stock Talk. Oh, look, it's me again. Yay! Okay, now, simple, safe, predictable, 1% per week, live nightly training, 9 p.m. Ooh, okay, a little bit about me. If you're looking to strike it rich overnight, this ain't it. See, it says it right there. This ain't it. My main focus is a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, and that's over 50% per year. So, come down a little bit further, and it says, whoops, prove it's me. Here we go, right there. Investing your own money shouldn't be difficult. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. And then you have your live trading, join our morning trading group right there. All right, back to where we were. All right, next question. For your information, that's 4 things. Uh-oh. All right, Jeff, I'm not quite sure which 4 things we're talking about. What about Dell? Ooh, let's take a look at Dell. Dell. D-E-L. Now, we looked at Dell this morning. Okay. 126.15, 126.14. The 126 is going for 330. That's a nice premium. Woo-hoo-hoo, that's lovely. All right, so the premium looks good, but what does the chart look like? The high, the low, look where it was. 50 bucks, jumped up to 180. That's a 300% increase. Wow. Of course there's going to be profit taking. Look here, profit taking. Up again, more profit taking. Look where we are right now. Now, we looked at this morning in our morning trading group, and we found that it looks wonderful. However, I'm waiting to find a 30-day bottom. Okay, so 30 days ago, right here, see, there's our 30-day top, just over 161. She drops down, retraces, and look, gap down there, and here today, yesterday was a 30-day bottom. Now, we talked about this morning. Like, it's a great opportunity to jump in and buy this, but I like to wait for the bottom to show up. So today, it's low. Yesterday, what I thought was the bottom, but no, today is even lower. So it's still, I'm waiting and waiting and waiting for a 30-day bottom. Fill the gap. Is that a no on NWL? What the heck is NWL? NWL. All right, so Dell is going to be on top of my, it is, it's on top of my list for next week. Okay, because I want to take a look at Dell as soon as it finds its bottom and then jump on in. Okay, NWL is a big fat no. Okay, who said that one? B Harmon 3. You have to pay $100. I have no idea. ARK is a no. There are legit very few stocks for next week that I can find. Party Springs, how are you doing? Ernesto. That's the best paying, highest for Brock's people. Oh, for broke people. What's your opinion on WBA? Ooh, well, let's take a look at WBA, one of my favorite companies. I actually own a bunch of WBA, just to let you know. Ooh, she pulled back today. Cool beans. All right, first off, take a look at the numbers. 11.41, the closest strike price is going to be 11.50. The 11.50 is going for 22 cents. Okay, that's over 2%. But here's the big question. Do I like Walgreens? Now, we all know, if we've been watching the news, Walgreens has been in a huge downturn for the whole year. We finally found a 30-day bottom right here. Now it's going to the upside. Well, great. Let's take a look at it. But first, here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. This is the direction it's going. Let's jump in a little bit closer. Last 90 days, which is the last 3 months. Just under 19, dropped, got about, was that 14.75, back up, back down, back up. Then we had the big drop right here. That was a big drop on the 27th of June. Okay, the very next day, I bought a bunch because I like Walgreens. But she continued to fall and finally found its bottom right here on the 9th of July. Okay, that was 2 weeks ago. So let's jump into the last 30 days, see what's going on. 30 days ago, here we are, 16. We got 16.25 was the high. She drops, that big drop. Here's our bottom right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the upside, and today pulled back. From what I understand, everything pulled back today. Now, if you think I sit and watch the computer every single day, no, you're wrong, I don't. Nancy Gonzalez, how are you today? Over here on Instagram world. Okay, so I like Walgreens. Okay, Walgreens has over 8,700 stores worldwide. They've been in business for over 100 years. There's a Walgreens in every major city in the United States. Okay, I really don't think they're going anywhere. And this bottom here is not the bottom of the year. It's the bottom of a 7-year period. We haven't seen this low in almost a decade. So if you're going to make money in the stock market, you're going to buy it low and you're going to sell it high. You can't get any lower than a 7-year low. Just saying. That's not a suggestion. I'm not telling you to do anything. You have to answer rule number 1. Remember rule number 1? Never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Okay? Do you like Walgreens? Do you like Walgreens at 11.41? Well, I like Walgreens at 11.41. Holy cow. Did it say 11.41? I sold the 11.50s. Cool. So, if it doesn't all right. So, I have a bunch of Walgreens and I sold the 11.50s, which means if it's over 11.50 by the end of day tomorrow, I'll be all back in cash come Monday. But if it's below 11.50, I get to keep that premium, that 2% premium that I've already collected, and then I get to do another covered call come Monday. I have no problem with that because I do it every single week, and I've been doing it for the past 15 years. You guys have just recently found me because somebody was crazy enough to show me how to use this platform back in January, and I've been doing this since January. I think I missed 2 days. That was it. Since January 2nd, I've been here every single night for 2.5 hours. I missed 2 days. One because I was sick as a dog. The other one I had to take someone to the hospital. Anyway, let's get back to where we were. I like Walgreens. I do. I have no problems holding it where it is. Wildcat, K. What the heck is K? Are you saying okay or look at K? Yeah, Kellen Nova. Yeah, that's a no. It's a monthly. Sorry, dude. All right, more questions. Mary, what does it mean that gaps tend to fill? Oh, okay, wait a second. All right. This is Target. Okay, whoops, wrong way. Target, Dividend King Extraordinaire. When I say gaps have a tendency to fill, are you ready? Okay, there's 2 gaps here. Gap over here, at the beginning of March, where she goes from 153.40, she gaps all the way up to 165, and then another gap from 168 to 172. So what happened a couple weeks later? Well, right over here, this gap here, that gap filled, okay? This gap here, okay, see this gap right here? Well, it filled over here, see? Okay? So from here to here, the gap filled. Now, look at this gap here. From 156 down to 142. Well, it filled right here, see it? That's what I mean by gaps have a tendency to fill. What dividend stock should I get, and what do you think of TNDM? Oh my goodness. And I don't mean oh my goodness in a good way. Okay, so first, NBEL. Okay, NBEL, welcome to the show, number 1. I only buy good quality companies. When I say, oh my goodness, when I'm looking at something like this, TNDM, never heard of it before. Okay, number 1, never heard of it before. Number 2, it has monthly options. I don't do monthly options, they just don't pay enough. Okay, a monthly options means you can only do it once a month. Okay, 19 July, 16 August, 15 November, 17 January, so on and so forth. Once a month. That means I can only pick up 12 checks a year. I don't do it, the numbers just don't work. Okay? I like weekly optional stocks because I can do a covered call every single week. Now, 52 checks is a lot better in my humble opinion than 12. Okay, so the company that you were looking at, Tandem Diabetes Care, it may be a great company. It may have the nicest people in the world. But when I'm investing my money, I want my money working as best as possible. Okay? Now, as nice as they are, great, fine, dandy. It doesn't work for me. I want weekly optionable stocks. This ain't it. Terribly sorry. Now, the other one, DXCM. DXCM. I'm going to probably tell you the exact same thing. Okay? Oh, wait, this one actually has weekly options. Cool beans. Well, before we actually get into that, let's see how often they have increased their dividends, because that's important to me also. DXCM. DXCM. It's a big fat no. No dividends. Okay? So when I say I like companies that have 20 years of increased dividends, that means they're consistently profitable. Okay? Both of the companies you just asked about, one has monthly options. That's a no. The second one has weekly options, but it has no dividends. So that's a no. Okay, now I have 300 companies that I'm looking at that have weekly options and have increased their dividends consecutively every single year. To me, they're no-brainers. Okay, you have companies that have increased their dividends for 50 to 60 years. That means they're profitable every single year. Why would you put your money into a company that is not consistently profitable? And I don't know if they are or not, because they just don't fit the criteria that I'm looking for. Safe, predictable, consistent, 1% per week. The only way I can do that is weekly options. Yeah, DXCM has weekly options, but it doesn't have any dividends. So it's going to be a no. Sorry. What dividend stock should I get? And what do you think? Oh, yeah, I already said that. Gotcha. Thanks. I did, and it did answer my question. All right. B-Rad, can you point me to the book or guide for basics to identifying good stocks, terms, and selling covered calls? A good book. I'm not a big reader on books. You know, I'm more of a hands-on kind of guy. Now, I like covered calls, and I like covered calls on good, decent quality companies. If you want to find good, decent quality companies, you get a pencil, a piece of paper. Here we go. You ready? Here it comes. Go to Google and do a search. Dividend Kings List 2024. 54 companies that have increased for 5 decades. Consistently increased their dividends for 5 decades. Dividend Aristocrats 2024. I believe there's 64 of those that have increased for 25 consecutive years. Dividend Champions, 150 companies that have consistently increased for 25 years or more. The rules aren't as strict as the Dividend Aristocrats. Now, there's also the Dividend Contenders. The Dividend Contenders is a list of 300 companies that have increased their dividends from 10 years to 24 years. Okay? Then there's always Warren Buffett's list 2024. Those are the 5 lists that I use. Bob, will you go over the options you think will sell tomorrow? Bob, I think you're not quite following right, because I sell all my options on Monday. Friday is like a balancing act. Let me give you a quick idea. All right, so I have AEO, Bitto, Kohl's, MPW, Walgreens, Wells Fargo, and Wynn. Out of all those, only 2 of them are in the money. Well, let's take a look. Kohl's. I'm into it at 23.23. Let's take a look at Kohl's KSS. Okay, I'm into it 23.23, and it's at 21.99. Okay, I sold the 22s. That shouldn't be in the money. All right, so currently it's at 21.99. Okay, so if it stays at 21.99, I get to keep all my stocks. But if it's above 22, okay, see the price right there? 21.99. is where the price is at this moment in time. Okay, so if she should be dropping down a little bit more tomorrow, because depending, it's high, low, up, down. Should. But if it's above 22, I lose all my stocks. I get bought out or exercised, however you want to look at it. And I'll be back into cash on Monday. But if it stays below 22, I keep all my stocks and I write another covered call next week. Okay? But AEO is another one. AEO. Okay, it dropped again to 1993. Now, I'm into this one at 23.65. This week I did sell the 21s. Okay? And I was a little nervous on Tuesday and Wednesday, but she kept on dropping. Okay, so now it's going to expire worthless. I'm going to take AEO into next week and write another covered call against them. Okay, so Clobber wants to look at VRT. VRT. All right, let's take a look at how often have they increased their dividends, VRT, because I've never heard of them. Okay, maximum amount of dividends. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Okay, they first started paying dividends in 2020. And they paid once in 2020, once in 2021, once in 2022, once in 2023, and twice in 2024. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Sorry. They might be the nicest people in the world, might be the greatest company ever to set foot on the planet, but they're not profitable enough for me, and they're not consistently profitable. Could we see WBA? We've already looked at WBA. WBA. Walgreens. Okay. Last 30 days. Check it out. Here, big drop. Found the 30-day bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the upside, and today was down. I don't know what else you want to see about Walgreens. All these questions. Uh-oh. Jessica King. I'm late for Dividend Stock O'Clock. Did I miss Siri? No, we haven't done Siri yet. The hell happened? It best go back up. All right, let's take a look at Siri. S-I-R-I, Siri. Jess, I can't help you out with that one. Okay? A year ago, we were at $5. She shoots up to about 8, drops down to 350, shoots back up to 550, and then sinks to the bottom of the year at 249. All right? See that 249? The last 30 days. Here we go, Jess. The last 30 days. 30 days ago, she's at 270. She shoots up to $3, drops down for the bottom of the year, right here, the bottom of the year, which was 261. Then she shoots up to the high of the 30-day period, pulls back, shoots back up, and here's your next high. What would make you think that was going to keep going? You got your 30-day high here. Here's your pullback. She shoots up, and she challenges the 30-day high here. Okay? 3 days to the downside. No, this ain't going up anytime soon. Sorry, kiddo. The way it looks like she can keep on coming down until we, the buyers and the sellers, say it's time. Now, you should have been paying attention to the seasonality chart. Why? Take a look. Okay? Here's the blue line, represents this year. Okay, she sinks, shoots back up. Look at this. Right here. Okay, she sinks, shoots back up. And then she sinks again. Okay, we just did this just now. Now it's time for her to come down. Sorry, Jess. It's right there. Okay? The peak was a couple of days ago. Then she's falling, which is exactly what it's doing now. And then she's going to continue to the downside. Okay, Siri came, Siri went. That's why you got to pay close attention to what the charts are telling you. Because that's a nice run-up. Look at the run-up. Okay, profit, take it, and it ran up again. If you don't take your profits, you're going to lose them. what other questions do we have? Felix, are you sharing your screen on? Ooh, thank you, Felix. You got to reminded me of that. All right, so display capture, start streaming, manage broadcast. Give me a second. It's not made for children, and it's for entertainment only, and okay, give it a second. And 3, 2, 1. Where are you? There it is. No. There it is. Stop recording, and it should be live any second. Somebody want to check, make sure it's live and it's working? B-Rad, I think I'm catching on to this. Do you hold long term or do you sell after the DOR? DOR. DOR. Huh. The only thing I know about DOR is in the offer center of gentlemen. Drop on request. I want your DOR! Don't you do it! I got nowhere else to go. Do you remember that? But B-Rad, you know, you've been here a couple of times. Keep on coming back until you get it. Remember, it was created for a 9-year-old. It's really not that difficult. Don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. Felix, Pfizer has dividends next week. Do you add the premium to calculate over 2%? Ooh, let's take a look at Pfizer. I like Pfizer. Pfizer is on my list. PFE, Pfizer. Oh, Pfizer's going to be a no, dude. Sorry. Wasn't that quick? Not that it's a no that I don't like it. It's just not this week. How's that? I like Pfizer. I have bought Pfizer, and I'll continue to look at Pfizer when the timing is right. I'm not even going to look at the numbers. I'm going to show you the chart and why it's a no. Okay? Look at where we are. That's a 30-day high. I don't do 30-day highs. Now, I like Pfizer, so I'll put Pfizer on the list for 2 weeks from today. Why 2 weeks from today? It's already on the list for 2 weeks from today. Okay? So the reason why it's on the list for 2 weeks from today, take a look. 30 days ago, right here we are. 30 days ago, we're right here. She shoots up, pulls back. Shoots up, pulls back. Up, pulls back, and then look at the run. Okay, here's the run right there. There's going to be profit taken. Okay, profit taking, and then right down about here. So that's going to take about a week or two for all that profit taking to be done and over with. And I like Pfizer. I got no problem whatsoever jumping into Pfizer when it's down in here. Okay, right now, sorry, it's a no for me today. But next week it might be a different story because I do like Pfizer. Now, when I say no, or what the hell are you thinking, that usually means it's a definite, flat out no, never, ever, ever. But Pfizer is a yes, but not this week. What are these stocks? These are dividend stocks that have consistently increased their dividends. That gives weekly check dividends. Okay, Diego, no company pays weekly dividends. I use dividend stocks in conjunction with covered calls on weekly options. Okay? 19 July, that's tomorrow. 26 July, that's next Friday. 2 August is the following Friday. 9 August, the following Friday, so on and so forth. Every 7 days I do this. I buy a good quality company, I sell a covered call against it, and I get my 1% every single week. Safe, predictable, consistently. Okay, I only use good quality dividend stocks. Pfizer is one of them. But Pfizer is not up for consideration this week because she's a little too high. Okay, I didn't even look at the number, so I don't even know what the number is. Don't really care because it's going to be a no anyway. All right. And for weekly options, not weekly dividends. Thanks, 86. Keep them in line. Geraldo. April Mall. All right. Bama Redneck. You like the blue shirt? I got like 7 or 8 different colors. I'm thinking I want some tie-dye ones. I think it would be cool. Oh, because I grew up in the 60s and 70s. Tie-dye was a thing back then. I'm kind of curious. I'll have to chat with my t-shirt provider. All right, ALB, Able Mall. ALB. Ooh, the chart looks interesting. 93, 94.38, 94.38. So the next one's going to be the 94 fives. Ooh, 239. That's over 2%. Great. Well, the premium's over 2%. Great. Well, let's take a look at the chart. Here's the high, here's the low. I want to see what's going on right here. Okay, so remember, I don't like buying at a high and I don't like buying at the bottom. So let's see where it is. Now we make our money when we buy low and sell high. And it's pretty clear that it's pretty damn low. All right, so the question is, do you like Albemarle? I like Albemarle, but Albemarle is the only company this year so far that I lost money on. So we're into July, the second half of July, week number 29. So in 29 weeks, I've lost money once. That's a pretty good run, I think. All right, last 90 days. Look at that fall. 136, drops down, retraces, drop down. Here's our 30-day bottom right here. Up, now she's kind of channeling between, was that 95 and 100. So where's she going? So that's a question you need to ask yourself. Do I like Albemarle down here at 94.38? Okay, 94.38, 94, 93.81, 93.54, 94.38. So it's down in this area. I kind of like it, but it's not giving me a strong buy me signal. Okay, because your bottom is right here. Let's go zoom in a little bit closer. Okay, this is the last 30 days. Huge difference between the last 90 days and the last 30 days. Because here we go, last 30 days here, drops, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Very short succession, like every 3 or 4 days. See, 2 days. All right, I think we're gonna be done with Facebook. I mean, they just doesn't want to stay. I don't know what to do with it. It's all right. Last time it fell on my computer. I'm gonna put it right there. Whoa, that's upside down. Can't do upside down. All right, let's go see if we can do it this way. I don't know. Renee's the only one watching. I don't know, Renee. Oh, yeah, there we go. Just tip this thing upside down. That'll work. Hey, how's that look, Renee? All right. Anyway, just playing with Facebook down there. That does look a little bit better. All right, it looks a little bit better. So Renee and Esteban are still watching. Cool beans. All right, I'm gonna get a better camera for Facebook eventually, but Facebook is kind of weird because it only allows me to keep the videos up for 30 days, but TikTok allows me to keep them up for over a year, and then YouTube, I get videos that are over 10 to 15 years. You know, I've been doing videos for over 15 years. The TikTok thing is new for me. All right, so as I was saying, Albemarle is, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 2 days, 1 day. It's like all over the place. It looks like she's still coming down. But look where the bottom is. So the 91, 92, 93 area looks okay. So if I'm going to buy it at 94, I'm kind of okay with it. You know what I mean? And then look at the premiums. 4 strikes out of the money. It's still paying $1.68. So if I get this and she drops down to 91, well, 4 strikes out, I'm still getting a decent premium. So I like Albemarle. I like the numbers. What about AMD? Okay. AMD. Advanced Micro Divisions. Isn't that the one that doesn't have dividends? Let's find out. We're going to go to YouTube. AMD. Yeah, sorry. AMD's a no dividends. So when I say dividend investing for weekly cash flow, I kind of like you guys to give me suggestions with companies that actually have dividends. It's kind of like, no-brainer. Well, dividend investing, well, we should have dividends, right? AMD's a no. Sorry. Marie, thanks. So if contracts expire, do you then sell the stock on Friday, use that cash for the next week? Maria, it's an awesome question. Doesn't really work that way. So let's go here for a second, and let's just put in one company, L-O-W, Lowe's. All right. Okay, Marie, here we go. Lowe's is right here on the 24th. All right. If I want to collect a dividend, I have to buy it the 23rd, the 22nd, the 19th, 18th, blah, 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 blah. Any day before this day here. Now, if I want to buy Lowe's and use the trading strategy that I'm using, I like to buy it 2 weeks prior. Okay, 24th, 1 week, 2 weeks on a Monday. So let's say hypothetically I buy it on a Monday. Just for fun of it, let's find out what the price is at the moment. L-O-W, okay. So it's at 240.56. Okay, so the 240 is going for 289. Now I'm losing 56 cents on the top. You take 56 cents off of this. I'm still making my 1%. Great. So let's use it as an example. $240. Let's say 240 bucks. All right, let's go back to my calendar. If I buy it on Monday at 240 bucks, right, 2 weeks before, on a Monday, 240 bucks, I sell my rights to someone else to buy it from me at 240 bucks. What do I collect? Well, I collect this premium right here, $2.89 per share. That's over 1%. Okay, so I'm buying it on the 8th, 240. I'm selling the 240 contract, the option contract, the call option contract, which is a covered call. Right, buying the stock first, selling the contract. If by Friday the stock is above 240, awesome. I'm back into cash the following Monday. If on the 12th the stock is below 240, I have the stock still, and I do it again on Monday. Okay, I sell another 240 call on the 15th. If it hits 240, great, I'm back into cash. If not, I take it a third week on the 22nd, and I do a third covered call at 240, collect a third premium, and then look at this. I collect a dividend. Then hopefully I'm out at 240. If not, I'll bring it again, do it again, and I will keep doing it until it hits the 240, which is what I paid for it. Remember, rule number one, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. I have no problem whatsoever buying Lowe's and hold on to Lowe's. It's a dividend king. Dividend king, they've increased their dividends for 5 decades or more. They've been in business for over 100 years. You may not know that Lowe's has been in business for over 100 years, but it is. It's a dividend king. Okay, so I have no problem buying Lowe's. So if I buy it, I'm looking at the 8th. 2 weeks on the 8th, I look for my premium. If it's above my strike price, what I'm looking to sell it for, I'm back into all cash, and then I look for something else on the 15th. I'll say thank you very much, Lowe's. I'll see you again in 90 days. Because Lowe's pays a dividend the third week of the quarter. Okay, third week of the quarter, January, February, March. First quarter, April, May, June. Second quarter, July, August, September. Third quarter, October, November, December. Fourth quarter. So let's take a look at Lowe's. Lowe's, fourth week, third quarter. So April would be, okay, April. Fourth week, second quarter. See it right there, Lowe's, okay? Second quarter, third week, fourth week, sorry. January, the 23rd, January, fourth week, first quarter. Okay, what's going to happen? Oops, wait a second. Okay, October. Oh, take a look. October. Lows. Fourth week. Fourth quarter. Every 90 days, Lowe's pays a dividend. So every 90 days, I'm looking at Lowe's. 2 weeks on a Monday. Okay? That's when I want to buy it, and I want to buy it at the current market price, and I want to sell the strike price or the covered call at the exact same price I just paid, because that's where the premium is the highest. Now, the premium I'm looking to get is 1%. Casey, XRP is a, what do you call it, one of those coins? That's going to be a no. Marie, he will continue selling calls the following week until the share gets called away. Yep. Thank you. Marie, we sell, yep. All right, B-Rad. I'm not a big reader, but didn't want to waste your time breaking it down to Barney level for me. Clean up, everybody clean up, clean up is fun. I remember Barney, not that I watched it, but I have a nephew who's a special needs, and he watches Barney all the time. He's like I think he's he's a 38-year-old 3-year-old. He's got the mentality of a 3-year-old, but he's 38 years old. He's freaking huge, like 300 pounds, 38-year-old, 3-year-old. All right, recently, really appreciate the info. All right, you got it. I can't wait for the rotation back into Dow. All right, Vance, I can't help you out. Okay, because I rotate. I have 300 companies. This is just one. Let's open up and take a look at, 100-year-old stocks. Look at that. Lennar, Cardinal Health, PNC, Kinder Morgan, Ford, Clorox, Lowe's, Bank Mellon, Wells Fargo, U.S. Steel, AbbVie, Abbott Labs, Hormel. Come on, you know all these companies. These are great companies. These are the only ones I look at. Good quality companies. All right, let's go back to here and let's see if we can find something else. Marie. All right, Vance. I'm positioning for rotation into Dow. Why would you want to take a look at Dow? Let's take a look at Dow. I don't think I've ever bought Dow. Okay? 54.77. DOW. Yeah, okay. $2,000. Ooh. That phone just keeps jumping all over the place, doesn't it? Ow. Shit, that hurt. I hate getting hurt on doing stupid stuff. Now we're taking a look at Yahoo Finance. Dow is going to be a big fat no. You want to know why Dow is going to be a big fat no? 2019 is when they started paying a dividend. Look, 70 cents, 70 cents, 70 cents, 70 cents. They never increased their dividend whatsoever. Okay, so Vance, I can't help you out with Dow. I'm not even going to waste my time with it. Sorry, there's 300 other companies that actually fit the criteria that I'm looking for. And I'm only looking for the 1%. You're probably looking for more. I don't know. What stock is this? Dow. Don't like it. Felix. To get dividends, you need to own the stock the day prior to the EX date. EX means exit. Does it really? I didn't know that. EX dividend date. From what I understood, buy it before the EX date, 1 day before the EX date, and hold it past the date of record. You can buy it 3 days, you can buy it 2 days, you can buy it 10 days, you can buy it 12 days before, you have to buy it before the EX date. Oh, CAVA, yes or no? How are you doing? Tyrese, nice to see you again. BMY, Bristol Myers Squibb. BMY, 42.39, the 42.50s, the 42.50s. Oh, that's just below 3%. I like that. Okay. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Where is it going? Ooh, I don't like this right here. Let's take a gander at that. Okay, taking a gander. The last 30 days. Take a look at it. It's going to be a big fat no, but you know what? It's going to be great for next week. Look, 30 days ago you had 41. She drops down to 39.58, shoots back up to 43, drops back down to our low of the 30-day period right here. And that is 39.35. Shoots back up, back down. Here's our 30-day bottom. Not 30-day bottom, sorry. Here's a new bottom here. 1 day, 2 days the upside. And look at this. Yep, she's going to come back down again. Sorry. But BMY going to look good for next week. And I think it's already written down for next week. Yep, it is. It's already written down for next week. So you're not the only one. You're not the only one who found it. NLY. What is NLY? NLY. Oh, Annaly Capital. NLY. Didn't we say no to NLY for some reason or another? NLY. Dividends. Yeah, they were going backwards. They've only started paying dividends since 2019. Started out at $1.20, dropped to $1, dropped to 88, dropped to 65. Yeah, sorry. NLY just doesn't cut it. Sorry, Tyrese. DHI, Geraldo, DHI? Really? What the heck is DHI? DHI. Dr. Horton. That's going to be a big fat no. Look at it. High of the year. That baby's going to come down. It's going to come down hard, in my humble opinion. Marie, thanks. Very helpful. So, if it doesn't hit the strike price on Friday, does it automatically roll over? No. The option expires, okay? All options expire on Saturday, okay? You can't trade on Saturday, so the last time you can do anything with any stock is on a Friday before 4 o'clock. That's why we jump on, with my live trading, we're jumping on at 3. Because I want to make sure all my positions can be as profitable as possible. And if I can roll them forward and make a little bit more extra money, then I do. But I can't answer the questions of Friday afternoon with what I know at this moment. That's why I gotta wait until Friday afternoon. That's why we jump on every morning. I do all my trades on Monday. Very, very few times will I buy something on Tuesday or Wednesday. But I do sometimes, but I look every single day, 5 or 10 minutes a day. Or I should say 10, 20 minutes a day. Because with all the people that's watching, I have to do a little bit longer. Very helpful? All right, yeah, so Sheila, you're relatively new to the morning trading group. So tomorrow at 3, you're going to see how it actually works. We jump on at 3 o'clock, we go through all the positions and see, is there something we have to do to have the best opportunity to be profitable on Friday? Do you put? No, I don't do puts. CBAA is a no. Very helpful. Yep. Where do I get the calendar program? ACDC, man. This here that you're looking at me on this screen here, this screen. I like doing that. Bang, bang. All right. This screen here is live on YouTube, so you'll be able to see it. It's also Think or Swim trading platform. I download it onto my computer. I don't like the online version. It is through Charles Schwab. So for those of you who have Charles Schwab, all right, you can download this for free. The dividend calendar is on there. If you don't want to use Charles Schwab, you can go to Google and look up EX dividend calendars. There's a whole bunch of them that are free online. Next. That's a hell no. Put your calendar on Google Sheets and share it with me. B-Rad, I actually have a Google Sheets calendar. I've got to find it. I had somebody make one for me. Do you always sell at strike price, same price you buy the stock? Yeah, I do, because I don't want to hold it. Okay, right now it's at 173.42. So I would be looking at the 175, because that's the closest one, and that's still over 285. So if I bought it here, I'm going to sell this one because it's going to give me the highest rate of return. I wouldn't buy this because it's at the 30-day high. But if I was going to, I'd buy it at the money and I'd sell the at the money because that's the highest rate of return. Or I'd go 1 or 2 in the money for a safer trade. GD. LUV maybe next week. Ooh, I like Southwest Airlines. LUV, Southwest Airlines. I don't think it's going to be next week, but we don't know. 2760. 2760, the 2750 is a 92. Now we're losing 10 cents, so we're walking away with 82. Well, 82 cents on a $27 stock, that's way over 2%. Okay, works for me. Let's take a look at the numbers. Here's the high a year ago. Here's the bottom, late October. Shoots back up, 35 in February. Big gap down. And now she's just channeling to the side. Great. Let's look at the last 90 days. Here's the last 90 days. Look. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And look, which is starting to come down now. Look at the last 30 days. Totally different picture, right? Totally different picture. Look at the last 30 days. 28.80 drops, shoots up, gets a high at 29, drops again, up, down, up, down, up, down. A little bit of a gap. That gap filled. Then here's our high here. 2 days to the downside. Yep, this is going to keep coming down. So maybe next week or the week after. I'm thinking the week after. I'm going to write down for the week after. LUV. All right. Wildcats. What about Maine? Maine's a big fat no. Okay, Maine only has monthly options, and that's a no. Monthlies just don't pay like weeklies. Weeklies is 52 weeks. That means I can get a check 52 times. Monthlies, 12 times. The numbers just aren't the same. All right. Shaq wants to look at Walmart. Really? You want to look at Wally World? WMT. Wally World. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? At the high of the year. That's a no. Look at it. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't do the thing. You know what the thing is? That's when you buy it at a high and you wait for it to go high. Yeah, no, sorry. Doesn't work for me. When something moves like this, I don't even want to bother looking at it again until she comes way back down here again. Okay, all that profit has got to be taken at some point in time. Peanut, what are your top recommendations? All right, Peanut, I don't make any recommendations whatsoever. Hey, look at this. We're all done with the questions. So now we can go to our list. See our list? All those stocks I take a look at. So let's take a look at them. Where did we leave off? We left off at Dell. We looked Dell. We looked at VLO. Ford. We looked at Ford. BCE. BCE. What the heck is BCE? Big fat no. That's what BCE is. WM. Waste Management. That's a good company. Nope. Not this week it ain't. VST. What the heck is VST? Vistra Energy. Ooh, interesting. Let's take a gander at that. I gotta put my rug down because my feet are getting cold. I hate tile floors. I do. That's why I went out and bought me this leopard rug. Leopard skin rug so I can stand on it so I don't have to stand on the floor. SAVA. Are you kidding me? SAVA? Never even heard of it. Cassava Sciences, $10. SAVA. No dividends. You know what that means? No. That's a no. Sorry, Stellar. All right, next on my list, EXR. EXR, what the heck is that? Extra space storage. That's going to be a no for two reasons. Two reasons. Monthly, big fat no. High of the year, another no. PM, Philip Morris. That's another no. Look at this. High of the year. Yeah, no. Sorry. Next on the list. Ooh, somebody wanted to take a look at Altria. Well, here it is. Here's Altria. Big fat no. Okay? High of the year. Okay? Wait for the profits. After the profits, wait for the turnaround. It's a good company. I like Philip Morris. I like Altria. Just not this week. I gotta stop moving the table because I keep forgetting. You guys are down here. WMA. What the heck is WMA? WMA. Wilmington. Yeah, can't even find that one. That's a no. Mara. Did we already look at Mara tonight? Yeah, we were. Yeah, we said Mara is good for next week because she's coming down. Okay, we like Mara for next week. Target. DAFA. You want to take a look at Target? TGT. Alrighty, a year ago we were at 130, bottomed out at 103, topped out at 181 back in the end of March. Big drop. Now see, one thing I don't like about Target is they do these black swans. Okay? Right here in November, jumped 16 points. I don't have to look because I lost $12,000 right here. Because of that big, huge $16 gap up. Okay, black swan there, another black swan here, another black swan here. Yeah. Target's a good company, don't get me wrong. They've been in business for over 100 years. They've been increasing their dividends for more than 5 decades. Okay, great. Last 90 days, here we go. Here's your high, here's your drop, here's your black swan, shoots up, back down, up, down, up, down. Look where we are. She's coming down now at the moment. So let's take a look at the last 30 days. Last 30 days, right here. Huge difference. See the huge difference? Okay, we're down here 30 days ago at the bottom, 142. Jumps up, pulls back, up, down, up, down, up. Now it's time to come down. Okay, look at the 30-day high. It was yesterday. Not today, but it was yesterday, the 30-day high. This is definite downside. So you get all this profit taken. It's going to sink down here. Target will put that on the list for 2 weeks. TGT. Now the reason I say 2 weeks, tomorrow's Friday. Okay, so what's going to happen tomorrow? More than likely she's going to end up around 151, 150, somewhere in that area. But then we have all this down here. That's going to be next week. So the week after, more than likely. Okay, the seasonality for Target. Someone mentioned something about that. Okay, take a look. The blue line represents this year. Nice, almost matches it. Look where we are now. We're in this upward trend. See it right here? So we go to right where the blue dot is, which is today. Drag it to the right. Yep. A slight upward trend. But that's not guaranteed movement. Okay? There's no such thing as guaranteed movement. Only thing that shows us is that's what it has done over the past 10 years. Historical performance. That's all that means. Okay, so look at the trend. The trend is to the upside. And here's the 30-day high right here. But today, she opens down and she kept on dropping. Okay, so when there's profit to be taken, take your damn profits. It ain't a profit until you take it. Here's another one. Nobody ever went broke taking profits. I mean, think about it. It kind of makes sense. P and G, okay, is that PG is in Procter and Gamble, or is that PG&E, which is a totally different company? What about Google Class A? Google doesn't share the dividends, so Google's a no. Sorry. Procter and Gamble. Ooh, PG. No. Okay. High of the year. Sorry. I like Procter and Gamble, just not this week. Next on the list, we did Pfizer, NAK. What the heck is NAK? Who came up with NAK? Yeah, that's going to be a no. PHG again. That's a big fat no. NLST. That's a big fat no also. Ooh, Fitbit. FITB. Fifth Third Bank. No. Double no. Ooh, Starbuckies. I have some Starbuckies. Okay, let's take a good gander at Starbuckies. All right, Starbuckies, check it out. 74.35. The 74s are going for 114. You take the 35 off of that, you're still walking away with over 1%. The 75 is going for 69, not quite 1%. So it looks like the 74 is going to be it. But take a look here. Look at that big gap down. Yep, I owned it right there, just before the big gap down. And I bought it at 88. Now she dropped down to 74. How do you think I felt? It happens. It's part of the game. If you think you're going to jump in here and everything's going to go straight up, no, it doesn't work that way. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Stocks go up, stocks go down. That's all they do. Okay? So, the highs here, back in November. The bottom is twice, once in May, once again this week. She's in a downward trend. Okay, great. Let's take a look at the last 90 days. Now, here's where I jumped in because it was looking good right there. I jumped in right there. Very next day. You want to talk about a kick in the nuts. The very next day. Not a couple of days later. The very next day. I bought it here. Very next day she drops. I was like, oh man. Because it happens once in a while. If you think it's not going to happen to you, you're sadly mistaken. Because one of these days, you're going to buy something, no matter what it is. The very next day, it's either going to gap up or it's going to gap down, one or the other. It's going to happen to you eventually. The idea is to keep your cool, don't panic. Remember rule number 1, never buy something you don't want to hold long term. Ennis, who's that? That right? Hakuna, how are you? About time you showed up, dude. It's like 11 o'clock. So, Annette, you still have Starbucks? Yes, I do, Felix. I still own Starbucks. Okay, no, when Starbucks was here, I bought it at 88. When she dropped, I didn't buy it immediately. Okay, see? I didn't buy it immediately. I waited for it for 2 days to the upside. Okay, so she drops down from 88.49. She drops all the way down to 77.83. Did I buy it there? No, I did not. Let me zoom into that. Okay? I bought here. Very next day, she's down to here. I wait, and I wait, and I wait. Here's a 30-day bottom right there. 1, 2, and I jumped in right there. 74. I like 2 days to the upside. Okay, isolated the 30-day bottom because I thought this was a 30-day bottom. Nope. Next day's up. Okay. Next day was down. Next day was down. Next day was down. Next day was up. Next day was up. Great. That's my cue to jump in. I jumped in. I dollar cost average down. Now I have Starbucks at a better price. Alrighty. Hey, Fascinating Football Videos is here. How's it going, dude? Next on the list. Ooh, Pepsi. I like Pepsi. Now, we looked at Pepsi the other day, and it's going to be a no. Damn it. Okay? 30-day high. Look at that. 172. The 170s are going for 197. That's over 1%. Great. The last 30 days. Okay? Here's your last 30 days. 30 days ago at 166. Jumps up to 169. Bottoms out 158. Now she's sitting at 170.37. Missed it. Okay, so Pepsi, probably take a look at Pepsi in 2 weeks. Not 1 week, but 2 weeks. Oh, it's already written down 2 weeks from today. All right, just confirmation. I bought Pepsi 10-pack. Pepsi Real Sugar Natural Components. Okay, Pan W. Nokia, huh? Okay, let's take a look at Pan W first. PANW. Yeah, that's going to be a no. $300. I don't do $300. And okay. Ooh, interesting. Now Nokia is at $3. Let's take a look at the dividends. And okay. Okay, well they do have dividends, but only since 2019. That's not enough. Oh yeah, this one goes all the way back. Okay, all the way back to 95. So it has more than 20 years of dividends, but not increasing dividends. Okay, it goes from 12 to 19 to 25, 23 to 30, 35, 43, 45, 56, 83, 54, 48, 25, 51, 15, 29. Okay, so they have dividends, but they don't have increasing dividends. So Nokia might be one you might want to let slide. I'm not 100% sure. Let's take a look at the numbers. 367 to 350s are going for 12. You're losing 17 cents off the top. You're barely making your 1%. The fours, yeah, no, the numbers just aren't working. You know, even though I don't like it when it does that. Last 30 days right here. Even though the chart tells me 30 days ago was here, was the previous 30-day bottom. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, she should be turning around, going back up, but I'd like to look for the 30-day bottom. Okay, I like 2 days to the upside before I jump in. What about Cava, C-A-V-A? That's going to be a big fat no. But let me pull it up and then tell you it's a big fat no. Okay? C-A-V-A. C-A-V-A-T-I-O-N. In the summertime. No dividends. No dividends means no thank you. Sorry. Next on the list. Ooh. UAL. United Airlines. UAL. Interesting. 46.64. The 46.50 is going for $1. Okay. You don't do contracts. Okay. Rowdy. There was a major drop. Okay. Wildcat. That's me. But what do you think about INTU? Well, let's take a look at INTU for a second. But Rowdy, I have no idea what you're talking about. There was a major drop. Yeah, there was a bunch of major drops in a lot of different companies. And I do contracts. Okay. I do option contracts. But the numbers have to work for me. If the numbers don't work, if they're not favorable, I like odds and probabilities. Safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week is what I'm looking for. Now, I've been averaging over 1% a week for the past 15 years, and it works fine by me. So I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize that. UNIT. Unit Group. Really? Hold on a second. Hold that thought. First, we're looking at United Airlines. And I don't think United Airlines has the dividends that we're looking for. UAL. Yeah, one dividend. That's it? Yeah, we're going to say no to UAL. Sorry. And what one's next? All right, hold on. Let's go back here. INTU. INTU. Is it Intuit? Intuit. Nice. I like those dividends. Look at it. Nice consistency to the upside. Awesome. I like it. INTU. INTU. Okay. Oh, damn. $600 out of my price range. Seriously, it is. Interesting. But she's coming to the downside at the moment. Take a look. Okay. Last 30 days. 590. Shoots up to 670. Drops back up. Drops again. Yeah, she's going to come down again. Because even 30 days ago, 590, and it's still at 630, 640. Yeah, she's going to come back down. Sorry. Now, I don't know what you mean by you don't do contracts, but it looks like UNIT. I don't even know who they are. UNIT. Unity Group. Yeah, it's a big fat no. Sorry. Sorry, Hector. It's a monthly optionable stock. What does that mean? It means I can only do it 12 times a year. 12 times a year. No, I prefer 52 times a year. That's why I like weeklies and only weeklies. So you always want a minimum 2 days to the upside before you buy a stock. Yes. All right, next on the list, VYM. What the heck is VYM? Vanguard, big fat no. Ooh, 3 more questions. Verizon. Okay. VZ, Verizon. Verizon's going to be a no. Okay. Not a no as in I don't like it. Okay. No as in it's at a 30-day high and I don't buy at 30-day highs. I like Verizon. Okay. But look at from a 30-day bottom way down here at 39. Now she's at 42. Okay. Up, sideways, up. Yeah, she's ready to come back down again. So Verizon's going to be a no. And I like Verizon. I do. It's on my list. So is AT&T. But AT&T is also going to be a no because it is also at a high of the year. Sorry, I just don't buy at the high of the year. Felix, I like to put a limit order to buy stocks to match a strike price, then sell a contract. Felix, that's perfectly wonderful. Okay, you have your strategies. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay? I hope it works out for you. I mean, because I basically do the same thing, but I do a little, just a smidge different. Okay, Halliburton's a good company. It's on my list, but not this week. Check this out. 30-day bottom, way up there. Yeah, it's going to be profit taking on that thing. I don't want nothing to do with it. But Wave Runner, I like Halliburton. Just not this week. As a matter of fact, we'll put Halliburton 2 weeks from now. HAL. Only because what I'm looking at, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Where do you think it's going to go next? Seriously, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Well, of course, it's going to come down again. 11:16, we're almost done. Can you please check DJT? Jazz, I would love to check DJT in 20 years when DJT has consistently had dividends increasing for 20 consecutive years. I will take a look at DJT. It's an IPO, new company. It's not going to have profits yet. It's going to be a big fat no, in my humble opinion. All right, Bloom, we already did Starbucks. John, you want to take a look at Shop? I can tell you Shop's going to be a no before I even look at it. Do you know how I know? Because Shopify hasn't been around for 20 years. Okay? But if you like it, look at what it's doing. Okay? Last 30 days. She drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops, goes up, drops. Yeah, this baby's going to turn as soon as she finds a bottom. Turn to go to the upside. Not that I'm going to play it, because I don't do companies that don't have dividends that consistently increase. Shopify hasn't been around long enough. Next on the list, ooh, the Gap, GPS. GPS. Interesting place for the chart to be. 2321. Okay, 2321. I'll be looking at the 24s. That's over 1%. Cool. Okay, here's your high, here's your low, here's where it was, here's where it is. I want to see what's going on right here the last 30 days. Apple, that's going to be a no. Yeah, of course Apple's going to be a no. Apple's on a what do you call it? A climb? Yeah, I don't buy high waiting to go higher. It just because you never know where the high is going to stop. CVS. We might have enough time to look at this one and CVS, but let's take a look at Gap. Last 30 days, here we go. Check it out, last 30 days. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's very close to the 30-day bottom. This will be good for next week. Not tomorrow, but maybe Monday or Tuesday next week. So we're going to put Gap GPS for next week. What do we have? No, it's not written in there. Okay, well, it's written in there now. GPS for next week. Nice pick there, kiddo. All right, so Apple, AAPL, it's going to be a no. Yeah, look where it is. Okay, highs here. Profit taking has started. Okay, got a little bit more profit taking before she turns around. So Apple might be okay in 2 weeks. AAPL. Cool beans. CVS is going to be the last one for the night, I'm pretty sure. CVS. Ooh, interesting. Look at the chart. Okay, down, look. Bottom here, up, down, up. Might be interesting once we get that 30-day. First thing I want to see, $60.17. The 60 is going for 78. Take 17 cents off there. You're looking at 61. That's over 1%. Good. Get my 1% here. Okay, got my 1%. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? On a break. I have no idea. Sorry, Chris. This is the last one I'm doing right here. CVS. Okay, last 30 days for CVS. Yeah, that's going to be a no. Sorry. Here we are. 61. Pulls back, shoots up. 62. Drops down to 56, 55, 60. And shoots back up to 62 again. Now she's coming down. So CVS is going to be good for 2 weeks from today. And so, wait a minute, it's CVX, which is Chevron. Chevron's 2 weeks also. So CVS. CVS? Oh, it's already written down for next 2 weeks. All right. All right, so that's it. All right, so you guys, I'm going to call it quits for the night. Well, let's look at Aon. One more. AON. $2.99, and it's a monthly. That means no. Thanks for all your wisdom. I'm still so new and I'm learning a lot from you. I appreciate it. Welcome, Ernie. Thanks. 86. Nice to see you. I got 86. Thanks for all the moderating you do. Seriously, thanks. Jasmy, come on. JASMY. Really? You want to end up on that note? There's no options. That's a big fat no. Big fat no to that one. All right. So you guys have a great night. We'll see you again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's Friday. So for those of you that are in the morning trading group, we jump on at 3 o'clock tomorrow. All right. And for you other guys, I am going on a trip up to Maine. So it ought to be interesting for the next couple of days because tomorrow will be my last day broadcasting here. And then I shoot up to Maine, and then we broadcast up there. So that ought to be fun. I got to figure out how the heck I'm going to do that. Verizon has a Swedish CEO. Well, cool beans. Thank you, James. I'm checking seasonality for each stock. Well, damn, that's what you're supposed to do. It goes along with your shirt. Yeah, that's a no. What the hell? I like that one. I didn't get to say it at all tonight. What the hell were you thinking? Are you driving up? No. I'm flying up because actually, the whole family's going up. Me and all the kids and the ex-wife. I will not heart again. I have no idea what that means. I will not heart again. What do you need to join at 3 a.m.? Ooh, no. 3 p.m. Herman. Okay, so Herman, we have a trading group every morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, from 9 a.m. until you guys are done asking questions. I think the longest we've ever done was like 2 hours. You guys just constantly asking questions. So I'll stay there as long as you guys want, and I'll answer the questions. I mean, that's what I'm here for, answering your questions. But the morning trading group, you can sign up on, if you go up to my profile right up here, Dividend Stock Talk, you can either send me an email or you can go straight to the 10-minute trader. Okay, the 10-minute trader. So up in my bio is a link to the 10-minute trader. So here's the 10-minute trader right here behind me. Okay, the 10-minute trader, and right there, smack dab, is the link to go to the Patreon to sign up for the morning trading group. Okay, and it's at 3 p.m. on Fridays because the market closes at 4 p.m. and then all the options, all the weekly options expire on Saturday. So at 4 p.m. is the last time we can do anything whatsoever with the positions that we have. Now I do it every Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It's 9 a.m. until about 10 or 11. Okay, on Friday it's 3 p.m. until whenever, which usually goes past closing time. All right, that being said, you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow night. For those of you guys in the trading group, we'll see you tomorrow around 3. And for those of you tomorrow night, same bat time, same bat channel. Gotta clear my throat. Okay, we got that one there. I'm done with you guys. I'm done with you guys. Come on, there we go. And now that works. And I need, oh, plug is right there. I need another plug. Here's another plug. Wrong plug. I'll find another plug. Hold that thought. All right, this is James. Bye to you guys there on Facebook. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, Facebook is done and over with. YouTube, bye guys. Have a great night.